Welcome to the JJs Declutter Podcast, where we tackle the mess and stress to make space for what truly matters. I'm Janis, here with Julie, and together we're sharing our best tips, tricks, and a little humor to help you declutter your home, mind, and life. Whether it's procrastination or piles of stuff, we're here to help you make real progress. Let's dive in.
Hello, welcome back to the JJs Declutter Podcast. And today, do we have something great for you? Janis, do you want to tell them what we're doing?
Today we're doing magazine moments, or what we like to call Judgy Pants. And I picked two topics. One has to do with balloons, and we'll get to that second. And the first one is talking about a method of organizing to use while organizing your home. And this is from apartmenttherapy.com, and it's called I Tried the Library Cart Method to Organize My Home, and it's my new favorite time-saving trick. Actually, like, what? This was published on February 3rd, 2025.
Okay.
The library cart method.
Library cart method. Okay, I'm willing to learn.
Okay, so what is the library cart method, you ask? So it's simple. They say whenever you're tidying up, instead of running each thing that you're putting away to the spot immediately, you put it in a cart, and with the other things that are going in that same direction. So like when you're in a library and they're putting stuff in carts and they're categorizing it, and then they wheel it to wherever, then they put it away. So that's the theory.
Wait a minute. This was from apartment therapy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's apartment therapy is like they send out different challenges, and they talk about different things they've tried, and then they send it to you so you could try it if you wanted to. So basically they tried this. So you're getting a cart. You're in
your small apartment.
You're buying a cart. You're buying something. That's what the first thing that went in my head is. They want you to go out and buy something, right? Gotcha. And then you, instead of putting things away immediately, you're sticking things onto the cart and then rolling it to where you want to do it. Okay? So she was doing this. She got a cart from, I think she got it from Target. It looks like it's a 3-tiered cart.
Like the ones we got from IKEA.
Yeah.
When they all then they all of a sudden became very popular and everybody's got them now.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that's how she was starting to use it, but then she decided she's going to use it differently. So she figured that rather than only using it when she was tidying up, she was going to keep it in a central location, and whenever she came across anything that was in the wrong place, she would stick it in there, and then she would take it to wherever it belonged or try and lug it up her stairs because she had a 2-story thing. So
I'm sorry. I am not laughing at you, ma'am. I am laughing with you. So
she says that for her, this thing worked pretty well. Because she's one of these people who tends to run things back and forth a lot. But she says that one of the downsides is if you live in a 2-story house, you're going to have to try and lug it upstairs, which is why she chose a smaller cart. Okay, I'm sorry. So this is the method. I don't think the method is bad. I just think that there's an easier way to do this method.
Correct. I think this method is for people with large homes. Number one, they have room to put a cart, another piece of furniture in your house that's just going to hang around and gather stuff.
Exactly. It's going to be a hot spot. It's your new hot
Yes.
spot.
Yeah.
It's your new catch-all. I
Yeah.
mean, you could, you
It's a
could,
junk,
you
a
could,
junk drawer on wheels.
exactly. That's what went through my mind is we do this more efficiently with our flat surface scramble or flat surface sweep. And you don't have to go out and buy something new.
No, you
And we
use
can
what you've got.
carry it with us where we go, right?
That's right.
So, Julie, describe what our flat surface scramble is.
Okay. The flat surface scramble is I usually will set a timer for 12 minutes, hashtag decluttering dozen. And I take a basket and I go from flat surface to flat surface. I have a very small house, and so for me, I can do like the entire first floor, the entire second floor. I mean, it's 1,100 square feet and it takes 2 floors to do that. So I don't have a lot of extra floor space. But I use a basket and I put the stuff in it. So I go through and I grab the things that do not belong there. So if the things are keepers and they stay there, then they stay there. Things that live elsewhere, trash, donate, that kind of stuff, it all goes in the basket. And then when I'm done clearing, then I go back through and I put things where they belong, but I have them in a basket. And so I keep the basket with me so that when I go into another room, I remain focused. Now, if I had a little cart like that, which I use for art supplies, um, it would be full of stuff. It would be full of stuff from all over
And
the
I don't
house.
know if it ever would get put away. It would become the new home. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's my only issue is that you now using something for and if you aren't religious about putting things away, it's going to sit in the cart. That's the
right.
thing that I look at. But if you want to go out and buy a cart, I guess that this is an excuse to buy a cart.
Absolutely. And honestly, things like that would come in very handy for people that have more physical limitations. So they
Hmm.
can't carry. Awesome. Absolutely fine. The thing to keep in mind, I think, with this is that you're taking up real estate in your home the
Yeah.
size of that cart. And it is going to be a clutter magnet, clutter and
Yep.
garbage magnet, pretty much. Um, And how is that? You can't look into a room with a cart sitting there with this stuff
Yeah.
and feel like your room is tidy. And so then you're going to be moving it around. Where can I hide it? I've got company coming. I just, to me, that's just overkill.
So
So,
another alternative to this is to have a basket on a shelf that you put things in that you take care of at the end of the night. So you would have one for things on the first floor. I have 3 floors, so I would have one for things on the first floor, and then could carry the one that has the stuff for the second floor upstairs when I go to bed at night and take care of those things. So in
right,
my head, I thought of baskets on a shelf, so I'm putting it in. You're not looking at the stuff. They're they're somewhat hidden from sight, and then you take care of it when you've got the time. So that's
right.
what went through my head. The cart, I'm not I think it's an interesting way to get you to organize and put stuff away, I guess. It's a trick.
Yeah, I guess if it works, but I honestly don't, my judgy pants say no on that one. So
I'm
it
with
it
you.
has it like I said, if it comes to someone who has a disability or physical limitations, absolutely. But honestly, a box, a laundry basket, that's all you need. If that, a lot of times it's just a few things. So yeah, I say no on that.
Okay, now I thought I had, let me look. I've got to find it on my phone. Is this one. Okay. So This is also from Apartment Therapy. This
Okay.
was published on January 29th. It's called I Tried the Balloon Method to Dust My Apartment. And here's what happened. So I told Julie that she needed to go and buy some balloons, and I bought my balloons too.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God. So,
I
okay.
was reading this and I was like, what the heck is the balloon method? So this was based on an article um, from House Outlook. This is a dusting hack. So I went to the original article, and the original article is House Outlook. It's been viewed over 27,000 times.
Look, I have a green balloon.
And I believe it was from September. Are you playing with your green screen?
I am playing
September
with my green screen. Okay.
September 16th, 2024. Okay, so this
Okay.
is from houseoutlook.com. And it
Okay.
says how to use a balloon to clean up dust.
I have an idea of what they're going to have
Okay,
us do. And we're
what
going to
what
have
what are your
dust.
ideas? Let's
I
see,
think they're going to
Julie.
have us blow it up and then squeeze it and let it.
That is one of the ways.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what you do. Blow up a balloon with your mouth or an air pump, tie the end closed, and then vigorously rub it against fabric. Wool is best, but polyester cotton will
Your
also,
hair.
fleece or will do the trick, or your hair to generate static electricity. And then take it and run it across any dusty surface.
Okay.
And then it says, once you're done, just throw the dusty balloon in the garbage and pop it.
And pop it
And make
as
sure
it.
you do it over a trash bin so the dust doesn't just go flying in.
I was going to say, you pop it, the dust is flying again. Okay. So I did it small.
Yeah, that's staticky. So where's the dust?
That didn't work. Um, I'm gonna. Okay, we'll make my hair
I think
stand on end.
I think we'll also include some videos of us doing it. Well, because Julie's going to take her balloon and then come back. But
I am.
we may have other videos of us trying this in other places of our homes because I just dusted in here. I don't have, and I clean.
There we go. Okay, okay. You can see right here, right above my finger. That is dust.
Oh,
All I did was touch it to the top of our little wood stove.
well, hey,
So that actually,
that actually worked.
yeah.
And it says you should notice that it has collected dust. You can also utilize the air inside the balloon to help dislodge dust particles from hard to reach areas. This includes cracks of a computer keyboard, charging ports of a cell phone, and anywhere else you might miss with a standard duster. So those were how you do it.
Okay.
You know what? If nothing else, it's fun. I bet you could get your kids to dust for you by doing this. Right?
Okay. Totally.
Right? Okay,
That
so
or if you have friends over for dinner, you wait until everybody's had their cocktails and then give them balloons. Make them dust your house.
okay. So actually that picked up quite a bit of dust, Julie, on
I
your
really
balloon.
did.
I was
And
actually surprised with that.
yeah, and all
Okay,
I did was touch it.
so this is
Wow.
by Quinn Fish, and she's the one who said that she tried this.
Okay.
So this is what happened when she dusted with a balloon. She said as soon as she blew up the balloon, she could see dust clinging to it, so she thought that was a promising start.
Okay.
Um, She rubbed it on a wool blanket, and when she pulled it away, it was already covered with cat hair and wool fibers. So then she put it onto her hanging disco ball, and the dust clung to the balloon, but then the hair and dust stuck to the disco ball. So it wasn't necessarily the biggest success.
Gotcha.
So then she charged the balloon up again on the wool blanket and lightly rubbed it against her windowsill. And this time the dust that was right on the edge came up and attached to the balloon, but the rest stayed put. So it was a bummer to see because it didn't pick it up all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by this time the balloon was covered with hair and dust, and probably most of it was floating around the air, but it didn't seem like it was coming up on the surfaces. So then she tried something different. She took the staticky balloon and ran it along the corners of her bedroom where fuzz and cobwebs tend to accumulate, and voila, it worked. The dust stuck to a balloon and actually stayed there, coming free from the wall. So, I didn't see this. She said you should put the statically charged balloon on the floor of a dusty room and letting it work silently to pick up loose bits of debris and fluff.
Well, that is one of those robots I could do. I could do a balloon rather than a robot.
So she was actually thinking if she had blown up a few balloons and let them bump around for a bit, it would have been more fruitful. But she didn't think that one by itself. But that could be a game for your kids to do, right?
Absolutely.
Kick it around.
Absolutely.
At least it would probably dislodge dust from baseboards, and then you just go around and sweep it up.
Right.
So
what a kick.
So she was the most curious about getting the dust off the balloon. And
I just rinse it under a faucet.
Well, that's what she said. She popped it above the garbage, and the worst happened because the dust went everywhere. And she did a little research, and apparently rinsing the balloon off into the sink is the best way to get rid of it. So,
and then you can still use the balloon. Once it's dry, you can just recharge it.
So her final thoughts were, she really wanted this hack to work, and unfortunately she found this trick clever, but its usefulness limited.
But I think you are completely right about the kids getting them.
This would be awesome for you to do with your kids or your family. Say,
right.
And you're right, after a few drinks, it's like, hey, let's play a game. Let's see who can collect as much. I mean, at a regular party, who can collect the most dust on their balloon?
There you go.
Yeah. People blowing up their balloon. So those were the two articles that I
love it.
Came across that I thought were perfect for our podcast.
And we will add a couple little videos of us doing this onto the video part of our podcast. So if you're just listening to us, you're going to have to make sure that you pull us up on somewhere you can watch us, and you can see. Cute. So awesome. Well, with that, you guys, that is what we have for Magazine Moments Judgy Pants this time, and we will be seeing you very, very soon. And keep it simple. Keep it intentional, and as always, keep decluttering.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on the JJs Declutter Podcast. If you're ready to keep simplifying, follow us for more tips and join our Facebook community to share your wins and challenges. Subscribe here because it's always more fun to declutter with friends. And thanks in advance for leaving us a review.